The big barracks building. Keg. Okay guys, welcome to the second Cape Breton vlog. Day 2, you know, we got back from the Cap Trail last night, went to the hotel, obviously got some sleep because we were up at 6 a.m. yesterday. And now we're up early again. As you can see in the distance there, maybe not, Fort Louisbourg. I've wanted to go here for like ever, you know, being a big history geek back in the day. Learned a lot about it taking French immersion history in like grades 7 and 8. So it's a great spot to be. Lovely weather once again, but it doesn't open for like 20 minutes, so we gotta hang around and find something to do. It's a cute little park here. I'm gonna explore. So this here's the Royal Battery, which they just used to shoot at ships in the channel. But then whenever the English invaded, the French had to abandon it. And then the English just walked over and took the cannons and pointed it at the little fort over there. And I guess they could shoot that far, but okay, we've made it over to where the fortress is. You can see it over there. The town is way back that way. Yeah, there's a pretty nice view, so we stopped. If you weren't as familiar with the ocean as us, then you would absolutely have loved our last 2 days here. Lots of ocean. Yeah, you can see there's the entry to the harbor there. So I guess the fort guys, they could just come running out and shoot people. Bang, bang, bang. Okay, and here we are. Ooh, whole little town here. Gonna be so much fun. Yes. Ooh, there's a ghost hanging off that building down there. Spooky. Like half the buildings are closed today, but that's fine. Remove. Here's one of the old buildings. Bunch of kegs. Keg. All the doorways here are quite short. It was definitely built for French people. Just a cute little house, I guess. Some old stuff. Hinges. Locks, keys. What do you think, Mom?
Cool stuff. Evolution.
Cool stuff. So guys, whenever people died in Louisbourg, they had inventories like it's Minecraft and they just dropped all their items on the ground. Anyways, this was this lady's inventory. Like 3 stacks of plates and cups. So this guy was French, served in the Indian Ocean, and then came to Louisbourg. He's been everywhere. Anyways, this is his inventory. And he has a super cool cross of St. Louis, so he must have been a big deal. But yeah, he was a cartographer, so all he did was draw, but apparently he drew up the whole city. Okay guys, there's a secret door somewhere in this room, but you'll never guess where it is. Keg. Rum trivia. Let's go. You know I'm a sucker for a nice replica ship. Here's a picture of Louisbourg in its heyday. And yeah, the town is not where it is today. Today it's like there, but in this it's like over here. There's a bunch of Lego people all around, but all the buildings aren't open, so we can't find them all. But that's a third one we found. Henry Goupy. Oh my god. That's the fluffiest chicken I've ever seen. We're in the engineer's house, and there's a lady all dressed up. Talking. Pretty cool.
Lots of heat to cook the meat, and this is a machine to turn the meat in front of the fire on a spit. Mm-hmm.
So it is part.
There, and that'll keep it running for about half an hour.
Half an hour.
Mm-hmm.
You could use that when you're cooking the lechon.
I know.
Cool, right?
Here's the outside of the engineer's house. Little courtyard. Couple geese. My goose, my goose. So Mom, we learned a bunch of fun facts in there. Do you remember them?
No.
Okay. So there were 500 to 600 soldiers at Louisbourg and 2,500-ish civilians.
Yeah, I remember
Like
that
that's
part.
just like ballpark number. It's the fourth busiest port at the time, obviously, in North America. Pretty impressive.
Yep.
They would use it primarily to switch goods from big like ocean ships, you know, coming from Europe, and then put all the goods on schooners, like little ships that could then go down like the St. Lawrence and, you know, the shallower waters. And all the buildings, the wood they used here was pine from Quebec, because the trees grow taller because it's further from the ocean. So yeah, fun facts with Josh. I think that was everything. Now we're at the fancier
roasting.
buildings. Oh yeah.
They were roasting some meat by the fireplace and cooking all the vegetables and stuff, and they had I'll say a stove top, but they put the coals from the fire on there and it heated all the tiles, and they could use that to warm the plates or to keep the coffee warm and stuff like that.
Yeah, and then they had the weight system, which I guess I was showing you. I don't remember if she was talking about it, but it like auto spins the meat. It's pretty cool, so you don't have to sit there and crank it. But yeah, this is looking a lot more 40 down here. All these cannons look pretty real to me. But yeah, I guess they're pretty big, so they probably could have shot pretty fair, hey? Oh, maybe these are cannons from ships even, I don't know. We'll probably find out. Oh, it's got the cannonball. Guys, what are the odds I take a cannonball? %. So as you can see, there's plenty of guns pointing at the water there. Not as many pointing over this way. And you know, apparently the British came and attacked from there, so looks like there could have been more guns. I mean, there probably were, but clearly not enough. These cannons are looking really old though. But they haven't like fallen apart. I wonder if these are the wheels that have always been on them. They don't get flat, that's for sure. They're probably not too easy to move though. Here's a view of the monstrous 3,000 person town. But yeah, these people must have been living on top of each other. Once again, the water is extremely calm today. Beautiful day. Yippee! But yeah, the gunpowder was stored in there. Probably not the best spot considering everyone's going to be shooting their guns here. It's easy for us, but everything might blow up. And then there's like hills over there. So then they could just like shoot down into here. Doesn't really work that well. And we had to save the best for last. The big barracks building by the big main part of the fort. Gonna go in before we leave. I think that half of it's closed, which sounded like the cool half anyway, but I'm sure it'll still be great. Got a nice yard out back where I'm sure they did drills. Mom's trying to take pictures. Oh, she's trying to take a Canada me vlogging, never mind. So yeah, it's gonna be a great old time. There's a big like, not moat, just ditch behind us. There was a moat with a drawbridge over there, but you couldn't really see it that well, so I didn't show you guys, but like, nice flat land. I need to get a picture that encapsulates this whole building, but it's very long. But there's like little caves here, serve many purposes. Just for storage, prison, shelter if you're a sissy and you want to hide instead of fighting people. Oh, never mind, it said women and children. Okay, fair enough. It doesn't say do not enter, so I assume I can walk in. Oh yeah, there ain't really much. Sewage drainage, which goes through the whole city. Reminds me of Montreal. And yeah. Oh yeah. Probably goes all the way down to the harbor. Wicked. Here is the church inside of the Barracks building, the big building I've just been showing you. It's pretty cute. There's a nice balcony up top. Yeah, confessions. These rocks are running the clock tower. They have to get re-round every day. But every clunk you hear is like a second, I guess. And here's the original bell. Ooh. So this was the armory. I guess there'd be guns there, and the barracks. Now in a room with a bunch of cool antiques. And obviously not from around back in this day, but I guess they just brought them here for fun. Anyways, buddy, there was a soldier guy in there. I wasn't gonna shove a camera in his face, but he said they would sleep 3 people in one of those little beds. And it'd be 24-hour shifts. So you work for a day straight and then get 2 days off. I don't know why they wouldn't do 8-hour shifts. Seems like it makes a lot more sense with 3 people, but. So we're still in the big barracks building, and I think this is where the governor was. So this is his kitchen. Lots of goodies there. In the dining room, some nice tapestry. Apparently this guy would post parties in his bedroom. That's kind of crazy. I guess this guy was a bunch of guys. Okay, that makes a lot more sense because this is the actual bedroom. And here's the downstairs meeting room. Very nice and cozy. And here's the fortress from the town side. So you can see it's a bit prettier. You got the clock right at noon. Which means we've been here for 2.5 hours. Wicked. Yeah, this whole side was closed, so I don't know what's down there, but I think we saw a decent amount. Oh, if someone fell asleep on the job, they'd have to sit on this thing with weights on each leg. And so the tallest soldier was the one who fell asleep the most. Pretty well, Buddy was saying. Okay, Mom, so as we leave with the nice clock tower in the background, do you want to give a review on Fort Louisbourg? Did it live up to your expectations? Or what do you remember from grade 7 that you missed seeing today?
No, I have absolutely no idea what I saw when I was here in grade 7. Probably most of the same stuff I saw now. I'm not a big history buff, so I find it fascinating. Some of the customs and stuff they talk about seem quite strange for us, but times have changed.
Yeah, and I am a big history buff, so they always talk about this place like it was the whole shebang. But yeah, clearly didn't know what they were doing, or else they wouldn't have lost twice in like 15 years. But yeah, there's that. Here's the whole town. Not the whole town, I guess it used to be all the way over to the water over there. There's like some ruins that way. But now, you know, good old days, or good new days, there's just a parking lot, so. Wicked stuff. Thanks for coming along. Love getting vlogs in. Peace.